Unit 18. Capit anthrop kind dynam grad reg crit jur pent quint number words. Capit, from the Latin word for head, capit, turns up in some important places. The head of a ship is its captain, and the capital of a state or country is where the head of state works. A capital letter stands head and shoulders above a lowercase letter, as well as at the head, beginning, of a sentence. Capitalism, an economic system based on private ownership, private decisions, and open competition in a free market. In the 1980s, the leaders of the free world had faith that capitalism and a free market economy would solve all our problems. Capital is wealth, that is, money and goods, that's used to produce more wealth. Capitalism is practiced enthusiastically by capitalists, people who use capital to increase production and make more goods and money. Capitalism works by encouraging competition in a fair and open market. Its opposite is often said to be socialism. Where a capitalist economy encourages private actions and ownership, socialism prefers public or government ownership and control of parts of the economy. In a pure capitalist system, there would be no public schools or public parks, no government programs such as Social Security and Medicare, and maybe not even any public highways or police. In a pure socialist system, there wouldn't be any private corporations. In other words, there's just about no such thing as pure capitalism or pure socialism in the modern world. Capitulate, to surrender or stop resisting, give up. At 2 a.m., the last 3 senators finally capitulated, allowing the bill to move forward. Capitulation often refers to surrender on the battlefield. Originally, it only referred to surrender according to an agreement, though that part of the meaning is often absent. Today, a teacher can capitulate to her students' cries of protest against a homework assignment, or a father can capitulate to his kids' pleas to stop for ice cream, when the only terms of the agreement are that they'll stop complaining. Decapitate: 1. To cut off the head, behead. 2. To destroy or make useless. The leaders of the uprising were decapitated, and their heads were mounted on long poles on London Bridge as a warning to the people. Decapitation is a quick and fairly painless way to go, so it was once considered suitable only for nobles like Sir Walter Raleigh, Mary Queen of Scots, and 2 of Henry VIII's unfortunate wives. The invention of the guillotine in the 18th century was meant to make execution swifter and more painless than hanging or a badly aimed blow by the executioner's sword. Recapitulate: to repeat or summarize the most important points or stages. At the end of his talk, the president carefully recapitulated the main points in order. Capitulation originally meant the organizing of material under headings. So recapitulation usually involves the gathering of the main ideas in a brief summary. But a recapitulation may be a complete restatement as well. In many pieces of classical music, the recapitulation, or recap, is the long final section of a movement, where the earlier music is restated in the main key. Anthrop comes from the Greek word for human being. So an anthropomorphic god, such as Zeus or Athena, basically looks and acts like a human. And in Aesop's fables and many animated cartoons, animals are usually anthropomorphized and behave exactly like furry, four-legged human beings. Anthropoid: any of several large, tailless apes. The chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, gibbons, and bonobos are all classified as anthropoids. With its suffix oid, meaning resembling, the word anthropoid means literally resembling a human being. Anthropoid apes are so called because they resemble humans more closely than do other primates such as monkeys and lemurs. Some even spend a good deal of time walking on their hind legs. Anthropoids are, of course, highly intelligent, though maybe no more so than many monkeys, and some of them use sticks and stones as tools. But if you call someone an anthropoid, you're probably not complimenting his intelligence. Anthropology: the science and study of human beings. By studying the cultures of primitive peoples, anthropology may give us a better understanding of our own culture. Anthropologists, those who study the whys and wherefores of human existence, today look not only at the tribes of the Amazon but also at the neighborhoods of Brooklyn or Santa Monica. Every group and every culture now seems to be possible material for anthropology. Some anthropologists specialize in the study of human evolution, some study human language, some study archaeology, and some study human culture through the ages. Unlike historians, they tend to focus less on what has been recorded in writings than on what can be discovered in other ways. Misanthropic hating or distrusting humans. Few characters in literature are more misanthropic than Ebenezer Scrooge, who cares for nothing but money. Jonathan Swift was famous for the misanthropy of works such as Gulliver's Travels, which make fun of all kinds of human foolishness. But in spite of his apparent misanthropic attitude, he spent a third of his income on founding a hospital and another third on other charities, certainly not the acts of a true misanthrope. Today we often use synonyms such as cynic and Grinch for misanthropic types, while hoping we don't meet too many of them.